What began as a clash over health mandates has grown into a debate over rights, power, and identity. The words, the slogans, and tactics have changed, but the underlying tensions remain, shaping how we see ourselves and each other.
But it's very crafty what they've done here is they're lumping it in. They're like, see, the convoy is just like all this other conservative animosity that's totally forgettable and dismissible. You see what they did there? They just folded it all into like, hey, any other animosity, anytime you see one of these conservatives complaining about the carbon tax, it's just all the same thing. It's all the same thing. It's just like the convoy, right? Like, what a sleight of hand that they accomplished with this. See all this animosity, all this right-wing animosity. It's all the same anyway. It was just some clash about mandates. They completely astroturfed and glossed over the most important parts of the convoy once again. They just repackaged it as, look at these weird convoy people. Yeah, maybe they weren't Nazis, maybe they weren't terrorists, but they're these weird convoy peoples who are just like hung up on something while disregarding what the people in Ottawa had to go through. Absolutely disgusting. More dishonesty, more trash propaganda from the CBC, although it was tactful how they made this. We need to fight back, guys. We need to fight back, and it's going to be a lot more than a tweet. It's going to be a lot more than making a sign and showing up at a protest. We need to reach out of our echo chamber, because what CBC did right there is they helped program people to not care about the political persecution that's happening still to Canadians who were at the convoy and have those beliefs. The title talks about the court. The description talks about there's going to be a long haul through the courts for these two. Why? Because Barber likes his trucks and he protested mandates? Because Tamara Litch plays her guitar and she protested mandates? What is the crime? They completely glossed over the worst of the worst of what happened. And we need to fight back by telling the real story. We need to tell the real story, how it was. And that's why I'm dedicating all of my time and effort into creating a documentary. It talks about the convoy. It talks about these people who have been politically persecuted for their opinions. And they're still dealing with the aftermath. Shout outs to Randy Hillier, by the way, who is, I'm not a lawyer, but look at this. Developing story. More to come tomorrow from Randy Hillier. Crown appeal to Court of Appeal. So recently, Randy had a positive outcome for his court decision of all these charges since the convoy. But no, the Crown prosecutor is now going to further appeal that decision. So Randy thought he was out of the woods. He thought he could go back to his life of doing what he does, of fighting for this country. But no, they're like, we're going to drag you back into the courts. You have to spend more time, money, emotional, and spiritual energy to defend yourself. For what? For going to a protest to stop the mandates. This war is still going on. Okay? Like, it's far from over. And I don't see enough people telling the story properly. And that's why we are making this documentary. Okay? We're making this documentary. We're interviewing people like Randy, people like Tamara Litch and Barber who have been persecuted. We're interviewing a pastor tomorrow. I'm driving there tomorrow morning. Got to pay for the gas. Got to pay for new hard drives. And there's also a collection of people in Alberta that I would like to interview, obviously. And I mean, obviously, as in like there's a lot of very strong dissidents and strong people who have been persecuted out in Alberta. And it's all because of your political opinion. There is a slow creep of authoritarianism happening in this country, and no one's telling the story properly. We've hired an award-winning documentarian filmmaker. He's won a Guinness World Record for this. And, hiring him is obviously going to cost money, though. It's all listed here at givesendgo.com/savefreespeech. So please go support that if you want to help tell the story. If you want to fight back against the CBC propaganda, then go to givesendgo.com/savefreespeech. The link is in the chat right now. If we do reach all of our fundraising goals, this will be submitted to film festivals. It'll be distributed internationally. It'll be on different streaming services. This is going to be a professional broadcast quality documentary. It's a little bit different from just a live stream or a tweet or a TikTok short or a YouTube video. So it is taking more time. I would be making more videos, but I'm in the process of editing some of these interviews. And once again, if you want to help support Save Free Speech and tell the story of persecuted political prisoners in Canada, go to givesendgo.com/Save Free Speech. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.